Dude, let's go. Crazy. Chess. Let's play chess. Okay. Then we do right. So chest. Okay. So where was I before? C. I can move all the pieces now the right way. But what do I then do? I had to make like collision detection. But first, I guess I need to refactor this thing. So current piece, let me see. How's this bind? I have the current piece. So how do I refactor this? Do I bind it on the mouse, or should I have like a mouse on each player? This is where I need to change something up. So current piece could also be like this is the current piece means like the one that I'm moving, right? Also, this passes an array, and I push the pieces to each player, but I don't use them at the moment. So I guess let me see. So the players take turn, right, to move, and it could be based on this Boolean, right, whose turn it is. And then the question is, do I need this? Do I need the board? To hold the values, actually. Yes, I think I do, because else if I don't have a board, then I would have to search through an array, and this is just a lookup now, which is faster. But Yo. Saronelli. I guess maybe that's how you say it. I don't know. So how... This is very difficult for me right now. Because I don't know how I'm supposed to... Or what I'm supposed to do next. I can move all the pieces. And I have most of the laws in place. Okay, there is a bug there. I thought actually I fixed that. I have most of the rules written, but and okay, there's quite some bugs it seems. I also thought that I removed that. Pinda. This one. Because I'm not sure how I refactor this. I want to have an array here, but I don't know. Right now it's just where I have to place things, and I'm not sure. Because there's also no rules for movement, right? So I need to have like a rule here. So every time, I guess every time I set a piece on the board, set piece, reset should not call it. This should change, what is it called? The player turn. And I can probably do equal this dot player turn or player turn. I think I can do it this way actually. I'm not sure. I'm not used to doing this kind of logic so much. But let me see. X equal true. X equal not X. Yes, okay, so that works. So we have the player state, which we rebind every time we set a piece on the board, and we set a piece on the board when the move is successful, right? Meaning that the player turn, let me see. So this is where it gets tricky because I need to change quite a bit. I'm not sure even if I need this white player and black player. It would probably be good to have, and I also don't think I don't update this array actually right now. So this one actually does nothing. And also the problem with having it on the player is that the lookup is worse. The looking up in the array is worse because it does not have the pattern, unless I make the same pattern here for each player. But then each player would have to contain the board kinda, and then contain the board of their own pieces, I think. So right now I guess the move is based on the event list now, right? Meaning that I guess we would have to, I guess we could do like something like mouse down and then check on chess dot player turn. Then we would still have to find this, and we would also have to reset this still. So I guess we can say if player turn is true, wait a minute. The question is, should I be able to move the pieces? Because it's actually not here. I have to do the check now that I see it. It's actually down here. And then I would have to say current piece current piece, what does it holds a boolean so color state, and white is true, black is false. Meaning that color state also have to be true, right? So white and white. Then we do this. But then again, if this one is false, so what I have to do here is I probably just have to say these two have to be equal, right? Because then if it's false, then it's okay. So let's see what it does, I suppose. And this looks strange. This might have to be above. I'm also not sure. Okay, I guess I still use this. So let's see. We can move this, and we cannot move it next time. Then I have to move one of these. And it kills the piece. So the question is why that happens. I guess it's because I have to do something like else here maybe. And then I have to reset, I think. But this takes, it's also bad that this takes parameters. I don't think this needs to take parameters actually. Thank you. So let's see. Okay, so still breaks. Still breaks. Oh, because I forgot to call the function. Let's just remove this and do this. Okay. So that does not work, or what? Why does that not work? Set board piece goes to mouse A, which resets. Oh yes, that's why. Cannot do that. Let's go back. Then let's see what I actually do the other places. What is the current chess piece? Yes, array position. So I guess I can call this one, then remove all this shit, because it's very bad. All this bad code, all this bad code. Oh no, 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 no. So up, where did it go? God damn it. Okay, so here 0, and it's not chess, it's this. Does this make sense? I'm not sure. Let's see. Set the current piece like that, and then I think so I'll remove the parameters after. So let's go ahead, see if we can move. We hit this, and it gets back because it's the black's turn. Then we can move. What happens? Interesting. Okay, so we can remove these parameters. I don't need these anymore. And also this current piece array position. I'm not sure about this. I bind them this way. Should I do that? I'm not sure. But first of all, let me get rid of all this shit. So let's do this. We find and replace here. Find, replace all. Let's see, does it still work? Yes. Maybe I should write, let me just do some simple, so I don't get confused myself here. So I guess we write something like h3 class text sensor. Oh, I have text sensor. So h3 id turn txt turn something, and let's update this every time. So when this happens, so when we set the player turn, let's update this. Where was the player turn set? So we set the player turn here. I will make a new function, set player turn, and we do this. HTML equals this and this. And I'll just do it the quick way, whatever. I just make stuff to refactor, then I keep myself working, right? So if player turn is true, then we write white, else player turn is false or black. So see, does it? So black, let's also write it in the start. So just do that. Okay. What now? Is the question. So now I refactor this into an array. This board piece uses this, and this is what I don't like. I don't like using this mouse A thing. But maybe I should make the collision detection first, and then we refactor everything later on. And also remove this shit that's not used. Then we refactor everything. Because this is very simple to refactor when we get the right, or remove all these variables. There's no need to have them. It's more for convenience, right? When you do these kind of logic, right? To make sure that it's right, and when you get it right, you don't need it anymore. Also here there might be something I can improve upon. Okay. Attack is ally. I think I could attack my own, right? I think there was something that happened where it actually allowed me. Let me see. No? Okay. Okay. So let's see if we can make the collision. I think I might make a class for it. Class. I'm not sure if this is how you spell it. Okay, it is. So. And let's make some function. So what would the function check? It's not all pieces that needs to check collision. So some of them needs to check if they collide with other pieces. And the collision is so collision. I don't know if I should just do like static did static collide. Is that how you say it? I'm not sure. collision. Or then I just call it on collision, maybe I do that. On collision. So what would this take? It would take, probably have to take the board. And then we would have to check so let me open up Paint here again. And I had okay, so let's see. So collision, we have to check for each, meaning that we have a start position, we have a start place. So maybe I can write it like this: start X, start Y, and the piece, say move to end X and Y. So this is what have to happen. So let's see. Let's say that this starting is 4 and this one is 4 maybe. And let's say we're the queen or a bishop. So queen or bishop, because they can move diagonally, right? And they move in the array. So we have to check each plate. So I guess it's very simple. We just have to tick, right? We have to tick up. Yes, like this should be very simple, right? Because we just check 5, 5, and then we check 6, 6. Or in this case, we only check 5, 5 for the move, right? I think that's so. So we check if this has, if it has a piece. If not, something like that. So where would this be difficult? It would not be difficult for... Okay, so here's a question, I guess. Like first time, these pawns, they can move 2 spots, right? Like the first move they do. So the question is, what would happen if it stood like this? Could then this then jump over? Can it then jump over the other piece? I need like a chess guy to ask this question. but the first time each pawn is moved from its starting place, it can go forward 2 squares. Pawns may not use the 2 square move to jump over a square with another piece on it or to capture. Okay, good. So it means that I cannot jump over. That's fine. So let's see, what other cases do we have? This one is the same. We just have to check every, or tick up 1 each time. And I think the knight can jump over, right? As far as I know. The knight ability to jump over other pieces means it tends to be its most powerful in close positions. Okay. So it can jump over, meaning I don't really have to worry about it. That's very good. Then it's not so difficult. Then it should be way easier. So let's do something like this maybe. Move to a piece. So let's see, what does this array give us? This gives us a piece, right? Yes. Yes, this gives us a piece, and the piece then holds the value. So I could steal it. No, that would be stupid because I have the values here, meaning that I do not have to care about finding. But I would have to care about this, right? This would be this let end x. I'll just do this again till I get it right, and then refactor. It's my way. So x, y, and then we have this again. So for the current piece, as far as I know, right? I think that's what I do. So chess current piece. That I don't know, what does this hold? So here's a rule, array position. So I guess that's it. And I guess this is where I want to refactor. So we get 0 here, and we get 1 here. And then we say start. Move this, and so this is the basics, right, for the collision. Meaning that I would, yes. So now is it that I need this function actually. So we start at a point, and then what we would have to do is that we have to walk closer, right? So every time we try to make a move like this, right? We'll get the end position. So we have to take 1 down each time, or 1 up, meaning that we have to go 1 closer in no matter the direction. And how that is done, I'm not sure. So we say the start y. Do we do minus or something? So we have a start and we have an end. So how do you make something go closer to a goal, no matter if it's minus or plus, without doing like an if statement? If it's minus, then tick down, and if it's plus, then we tick up or something. that's not really something I would like to do. But I guess I need some kind of loop, right, no matter what. I'm not sure what to search here. I need to go from, let's say I need to go from 4 and then go to 6, right? Or I need to go from 6 and then go to 4. And I'm not sure how to do this other than doing it a very ugly way, and I don't want that. Because this is easy to refactor, but this is something I don't want to refactor. So, you know, if I were to say this, right? If I were to say this, and start would be 6, and the end would be 4. I'll say 6 times 4, that's equal 2, right? Meaning that, you know, I could make a loop, but it's just that having a loop for it is, you know, I could do something like this, and then the loop would start on y and then run to I end y, right? But then the problem is here that I cannot do this for it, because in some cases it might have to tick down and not up. Then I would have to have a state, right? Meaning that I would have to check if it were a positive and negative number. And I don't think that's something good. So the question is, what else can I do? I'm pretty sure there is something smart I can do here. Else it will be very, very ugly code, right? Then it would require like 4 loops and some if statements, which is not very, very good. But it would work, you know, it would work. It's just that it's not clean. Now that, you know, this, not that this is clean, but so let's see. So there must be a way I can have a value and then swap it around, right? So let's see, maybe I can do something like so this gives 2, this gives false. Could also do while start x no. I almost want to look up what other people have done. I've not done that so much in this, but I kind of need some inspiration here. I kind of need some inspiration. Just look, see, maybe this has something or something. maybe I should just do the bad solution and then see. So what would this do? Start. So I would have to have a check here as well. So if minus int y, right, is greater than equals 0, then we do this. Else we do this, but you know, this is what I don't like, because it could be done like this, I'm pretty sure. Which is not very, it's not a very good solution, right? Because it's a lot of code for nothing, kinda. Here we would have to take down, right? So we start. So this one is minus. Start as -2. We have to go to end. And this might also be wrong actually. Yes, this is very bad. So bad. But what else could I do? What else could I do? Start y, so start y. I guess we try to write some numbers here. So let's say start sx equal 4, ex equal 6. So in this case, it would be above 0, and this also has to be. In this case, it would be above 0, so it would get in here, and it would run from 4 to 6, and then we would call this function for a piece, right? Or another function actually might be better. You see, because then it would have to look something like this. Not exactly, I would not need this let right, but let's say I were to do something like this. And then in the end we check if this .icon or something is if it's not equal that, meaning we return false, else right. This is just not good. This is just not good. Not good. Also start. So if it's minus, I also don't think these are equal or whole values, right? Meaning that if x is greater than, we started y, and we tick down, so this has to be less than, or I greater than, I think, something like that, right? I think this would work, but it's just not a good solution. I do not think. I guess I can try it out or something on the queen. So let's see. So if ally So we do something like if collision, and we pass yes, and if this is so, then let's just return. And I guess I go try it out. Oh shit. So let's see. We have the queen, and okay, we could not move, meaning that I also have to reset the piece. And maybe I should not reset it here, but let's just try. Hello? Why are you doing this? Just a piece. Okay, so let's debug. Oh, and there's an error here. So let's see, maybe that's why. Icon is undefined. Let's go here again. Jump here. This is definitely not right. Why is X free? Oh yeah, it is right. Because it's on the X-axis. But we move on the Y-axis. Start -3, that's definitely above, so why did not hop in here? What? Start -7 minus 3, that's equal 4, right? So if 4 is above to or equals to, then we run this. But then the start, okay, so the start, yes, that's right. So the end, oh, yes, this is gonna be difficult. So this is true, meaning that we have to swap these or what? So we run from 3 to 7. 3 to 7. Does that make sense? I don't think it do. I don't think it does. This is completely wrong. So 7, we run from 3 to 7. Yes, and this is where it has to tick down, right? Because start, so maybe it's end minus start. End minus start would be equal to equal to n minus start. So let's do n minus start. N minus start will give us, in the case of the white, it will give us a minus number, meaning that we start from the start, and then we run to end. Now, because end in this case, end in the case of white would have to be decreased because we're moving. But I cannot check if it's white or black because that's stupid. So end y int y goes to int is 3 minus 7, that's minus, what's that, minus 4 or what? 3 minus 7 minus 4, and then we would have to run, from 7, which is the start, to the end, and while I is equal to minus, and then here we say, so this is in the case of it going the other way, right? Meaning that the end would be less than the start, or the end would be greater than the start. So let's see, we start at 2 and we go to 4. So we start at 2, go to 4. So 4 minus 2, that's 2. So 2 when I is less than end, we plus plus. So this should check on the y-axis. So I guess we check it out and then see what actually happens. Can I move this? We get in here, we start from 7, we run to 3. Oh, this is wrong. It's also wrong. When I is greater than, and I start from 7. So when I is less than, when I is greater, no, that's right. When 7 is less than 3. So 7 when I is greater than end. Wait a minute. Oh, I moved these around, that's why. I'm stupid. So this were the one that I had to take down. Minus plus. Hello? Come on. What's happening? Did I make like a... Oh, yeah, I made an infinite loop. That's why. Stop it, please. So end is 3. Get a minus number. Start on 7. I7 is greater than 3. We take I1 down. We check on positions. It's fine. And what is happening now? So it crashed because... and why did it also crash here? I don't think it were done running. This is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has to be equal 3, so we have to say equal here. Pretty sure, right? 2? Yes, because this is 0 based. Okay. And then we have to get the x position. So how would this be done? What? Five minus 0. Where's the 0? Oh, it's the start. Y. End Y. 5. How does it do that? 5. When I 0. Start is 0. When I is greater than or less than, that's why. Less than equal to maybe. Yes. Okay, so we get these numbers. And what can we do with them? Meaning that this is where we have to look up in the array, right? So we would have to look up on something like I here. This is the y, this is the x-axis, or the y-axis, yes. That's correct, I think. And then we would have to get the x-axis as well. And the question is, how do I combine it with the x-axis here? Look at this index and y, or start x. And basically maybe I could do the same, but maybe I should use like So let me see. Okay, the only way they can move is this, right? For these pieces, we have to check collision on. The only movements that's possible is these kind of movements, right? Meaning that we either have to do this, do this, do this, this, right? So one of these ways have to be done. And oh, maybe I can do something with the arrays then. Yes. Yeah, I think that's why, because maybe I have to just define, and then I have this array where I know what to do. I know what to apply. I would know what to apply. This gives me the distance, right? I think between the numbers. Because if we move out here, let's say that this piece were to move out here, I would only have to plus on the x-axis and do nothing with the y. Because how do I define this? How do I define this? Let's say that I were to move to what time is it? 18:11 p.m. or 6 p.m. if that's what you are asking. Oh, this is very, very difficult. Like when I get this, it's gonna be very simple, because I only have to apply. I will have like this matrix almost, or an array with these numbers, and then I would just have to apply these to x and y, and then look it up in a table. But the question is how I get there, actually. So if it's minus, so maybe I just have to check if distance is less than 0. But this would also be very many checks, and I do not like. There must be an easier way to do this. Meaning that, but this, yes, this does not take care of, yeah, this is so bad, so bad, so bad. Maybe we need like a switch or something. I don't know. Because let's say I were to build an array, right? I were to build an array here, so that some kind of array, I'll call it M. And this array would contain the value, so it could contain -1 and 1. And then what this would do is that I would run this. Can you do Boolean operations in a switch? I guess you can. Else if. Oh yeah, that's also something I can do. Why does it give me this? That's not what I'm looking for. So bad, right? But there's only something to write, and then let's see. So if this is less than, then we push. What I could do here is that I could have an array, then I could push to M or something, push. So in this case I would push -1. In this case I would push 0. In this case I would push 1. Then we would do the same down here. Just with X. Oops. And then we have this array which we can apply for each what is the question then. And that would be the distance. So this is where it gets difficult, because I have to find, oh, what the fuck am I doing? Holy shit. Yeah, this, like, look at this. Must be another way. I must be retarded or something. must be retarded or something. This is so bad. So the distance, what I would then have to do is that I would have to convert these or something stupid that like this, and we would have to figure out then we would have to do like max or what? What the fuck? I have to do something like this or what? Max distance no. I think I just died or something. So start. What happens if you say so let's see, 3 minus 1, that gives 4, 3 plus, so that's what we need to do this or something. That's y, and this is x, and this is this and that. We call net. Call this function y, x, and let me say so if this return, let's see, what does this return? It returns a piece, so I guess we check in here. So if let's just do what? Oh, so see, it works. I think it actually might work. No. I cannot move this though. So let's see. Maybe also there's an easier way to push these things. But let's see. I try to move here. Oh, did it just get placed? I think it might already just have been placed. So we found one already here. And I guess so let's go here. So it found one. It found one. We'll return true. We get out here. Void reset. And we return. And oh, fucking apply. Okay, so it does work, but then the question is, let's see this again. So X, let me see. Oh yes, that's the reason why. Aha, exactly. That's the reason why. So we have to do this. Then we say X plus equal. Exactly. Plus equal. Yes. So let's see, we try to jump here, move this debugger. Oh, so it did move. It did move, so why did it move? Let's try this. Y is 7. We move. There is nothing. Y changes to 5. We should find something now. Yes, so we have something. Let's try to go here then. Okay, so something happened. Something happened. Found. Oh, so why is this empty now? Y is 0, that's correct. And we should have found. So let's check this out. Maybe this function works the other way. A, so Y is definitely X and Y, or Y and X, which should work. But why did it not? See again, we take the black, we try to move here. So 3, 1. 3, 1 is here, it should return 1, 3. Yes, it should return a piece. There is one found. Oh shit. This finds every piece, right? Yes, that's why. It's not so good. So just find board piece. And I guess what I can do is that I can do... It's not really what I would like to do. Not really what I would like to do. Or maybe it's actually okay because I have to, I might as well return here then. Yes, might actually do that. Then I can just remove this, I think. This might work. So see, we try to move here. The first piece is true. Yes, so it cancels out. Okay, so now this doesn't work because of so I cannot take any piece right now. Or these can. It's also because I only have collision on the queens right now. So let's see. Okay, so what I could do is that I could probably so this one returns true if there is a collision, meaning I might be able to pack it in here. So on collision, or maybe that's what I do wrong. No, we have to do the collision first, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, it doesn't matter because the movement is at last. So I can maybe just do this. Then we do something like this. So if it's a collision, or so this one returns true, or it's not an ally, meaning that I should probably make this a variable outside. Maybe then I can do this. So attack ally is ally. I think this returns based on. So if this same is returns true, yes, that's what I thought as well. So meaning that it's not an ally. Or is not ally, then we can move, right? So, but then I might be able, this might, yes, I can do that, but I'll not be able to do this, I think. I can do that. So this returns true. It returns true when there is a collision. And if there is a collision, then we're not allowed to do anything, right? But the problem is, yes, the problem is that I check, yes. No, that's not the problem. I think the problem is that I do. I don't think I can fix it with Boolean logic right now. I lost it now. God damn it. Yes, it's because I checked the last piece as well. I might just have to do -1 here. Or maybe should do it here. So -1. This might work. And then I can fix it with Boolean logic, I think. So collision returns true when there is something between. So collision returns true when there's something between the starting place and the place I want to go to, minus the last place. So maybe I can remove this now. Let's see, I just have to check this. I don't know anything. So it definitely does not work. It definitely makes the move because this returns true, and it returns true because there is a collision. So this, yes, happens, and then we have to do that stupid reset as well. So I get to clean up the code later here. Okay, so we cannot move over here. I try to move this up. I try to jump here. Can I jump on? No, I cannot. Can also not do this. Can I go here? No. I move this. This. I go here. I go here. No, I cannot. I go here. Yes. I guess it works. Maybe it works. It's at the point where I don't even know. It might work. But it's such an ugly solution, to be honest. So bad. So bad. If you ask me. Such a bad solution. Such a bad solution. They'll put me in like programmer's prison for this project. Oh, you see that? Not good. Not good. Not good. It's very easy to fix though, but so much code that has to be cleaned up, it's crazy. So meaning that this fixes the problem, right? But it's not a beautiful solution. So let's see. We have to white, yes. Okay, so I have to get this down here, and then we have to, let's see. Oh yes, then I can do that. So do this, this, and this. Okay, so I cannot kill my own right now. Good. Oh shit. It's getting way too many lines. I have to cut so much out. But this should work now for all cases. If I did not fuck the logic up. So here I would have to use it. Meaning that this would have to be... No. Here? No, I cannot do that. I don't want to do an extra if else inside this. It's not very good. But it would work though. That's the thing. It would work. It's just not a very... I mean, it's somewhat clean, right, to have... The only thing I need to do is call this in an if and then do else and then rebind or reset the piece. I think I'll stop now actually. So